Now, Tyler Shuck gets drafted, as we all know, by the Saints while Shedeur Sanders was still on the board. And then Jalen Milroe went. And then Dylan Gabriel to Cleveland. And then Shedeur Sanders waits till Saturday. 3 days for this kid. He gets punked in the meantime, too, on the phone. Wildest draft sequence. And then he gets drafted by a team that passed on him 6 times. They traded up to use their last draft choice to get to the spot to draft him anyway in the Cleveland Browns. So he and Dylan Gabriel now on the same depth chart, same quarterback room with Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, as we know. Well, this weekend was the first opportunity to see everybody spinning, in Cleveland. We got ourselves a little camp going on in Ohio. And so it's the first time we get to see everybody throwing. First time we get to see some phone videos, somebody shot of one great moment.
A lot of Siciliano vertical phone videos over the weekend.
Look at Siciliano working it. And we get to see Shedeur Sanders in a Cleveland Browns uniform, number 12. And there was one beautiful dot fly pattern, looked like throw.
Yeah, down the right sideline. It was nice.
He made some nice throws, man.
I saw that one because Dion retweeted it.
Coop told me, my son's like, Sanders just threw a touchdown, Dad. Shedeur threw a touchdown. And Dylan Gabriel threw an interception as Schlesinger, the second-round draft choice, the first guy on night 2 that the Browns took.
I love it.
To give us an indication that they weren't taking Shedeur Sanders. Because if you were taking Shedeur and you got 2 of the first 4 picks of a second round, you're certainly not going to pass up on him on the first shot when nobody can stop you and take him on the second shot when a bunch of teams can trade in front of you and prevent it. So that's the first order of business. And then Shedeur met with the media. So keep in mind, this is supposed to be a kid that doesn't care about this sort of stuff. Because he's better than you. He's better than the media. Let's remember everybody. That's the supposed mantra here. Unless you think he's just turning it on, because that is important to him. His branding and things like that.
Legendary.
Or you just listen to him talk. Let's do that. First order business, he was asked how he was handling the drop in the draft and how his spirits were being kept up.
I mean, you just got to step back and look at life. Like, you're in a great situation overall that you're able to be healthy. That's one thing going through, even with my brother going through an injury and my pops and everybody in the family, like, you value life and you value opportunity and just waking up every day a different way. So that's kind of why it's nothing for me to really, no matter what, in any situation, I can't really be fazed by it. It's like playing quarterback. You go down there, you may have not scored the whole game or whatever, but then when it gets to that final 2 minutes and it's time to lock in extra, you can't be in your feelings. You can't be down about anything. You still got another chance.
Wow, is that a kid with perspective? All right, next up, here he is talking about people who don't believe in him. So pretty much everybody but Mel Kiper. Hit it. Not here to prove people wrong. I'm here to prove myself right.
Yep. Sounds great.
I love it.
I love it.
I do love it. So, of course, he was asked about wearing number 12. And this is a soundbite that, taken just like this, of course, everybody was throwing it, in his direction to sort of, slime him. But Shedeur Sanders says his is going to have a similar story to Tom Brady's. Oh, my goodness gracious. He's wearing 12. Brady is a mentor to him. This just did. His dad might have connected the two of them together. I'm biased. You know how I feel about this kid. Again, I've known him since he was a little kid. So, Brady's a mentor to him. And by the way, Cleveland Browns fans would love for him to have the Brady story. 5th round selection.
Yeah.
What are we calling it? We're calling it the Shedeur 5, right? With 5 quarterbacks taken before him.
Including his teammate.
Right? The 2 first-rounders, Dart, obviously Cam Ward, and Milroe Shuck, his teammate, Dylan Gabriel. Shedeur was asked about his popularity. Check it out.
Shedeur, you have incredible popularity. You're just starting your career and you're immensely popular. Why do you think that is?
Why do you think?
You're likable.
Well, yeah, like I guess that's what it is. I just be myself every day. You know, I can't control what's external. I can only control what's internal.
I love that question where you said, what do you think it is? Because you know why the initial question came, right? One would think. Again, I don't know the reporter or what it is. Why are you so famous? Why are you so popular? Oh, because who your dad is. Listen, it is 1,000,000% part and parcel of this guy's life who his dad is.
Yeah, of course,
and I understand, you know, his dad took him from one spot to another, and the whole business that is going to keep getting brought up if he does not do well with Cleveland or doesn't stick is the fact that his number got retired, and it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for his dad to retire his number, all that business. But as he points out, it is now over and done with. He's now had his first press conference, and he handled himself brilliantly, I thought. On top of it, he's done well already. He's already visited his school in Cleveland. He's trying to be under the radar. I thought he was supposed to have a camera team with him. Now, you could say he would have had a camera team with him if he was a first-round draft choice or second-round draft choice. I guess we won't ever know. Oh, and by the way, there is a Heisman Trophy finalist he's battling for the job. Let's talk about Dylan Gabriel. He had this to say about the 4-quarterback race and his role in it in Cleveland.
I think it's so early. You know, for me, I said that in the sense that I only know one way to prepare. I only know one way to work, and that is as the starter. You know, I've played a bunch of ball and have a lot of experience, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. But for the most part, I can't say that right now. I got to continue to dominate the moment and have great practices. As you build upon that, you know, I still look forward to meeting my new teammates, you know, the vets on Monday. So I think that'll be a question down the road. But I think every day I approach is like I'm going to go get that rep. And, you know, I live it like that.
Okay. Hey, that's a formidable opponent for Shedeur right there, man. That is a formidable opponent. We met him, too. He is a winner. He is a winner, and he's not going anywhere, and he is not going to be part of the narrative of like, okay, Shedeur is now going to use this 5th-round draft choice, put it on his shoulder. He's now a more humble kid than he was before, and he's going to get this job. And Dylan Gabriel's going, I don't know about this. Man, the Browns have got an interesting situation here.
I think working in both those guys' favor. They both played a lot of football, which is what you want out of your college players coming in and being a part of your quarterback room. 64 games for Dylan Gabriel. Shedeur obviously started from day one at Jackson State. So, you know, it's going to be a healthy, fun competition, I think.
It'd be wild if it's Flacco and the 2 kids. You know, like Brown's daycare, right? And he's the daddy.
I think Dylan Gabriel has the most touchdowns in college history.
And then there's Pickett, too. I can't wait to watch this thing play out, man. And in case you're wondering, the last time the Browns were on Hard Knocks was 2016.
Baker Mayfield.
And so that means they've been on...
Hướng dẫn các bạn cách làm một chiếc vòng đeo tay đơn giản từ len nhé. Nguyên liệu của mình đây. Mình sẽ sử dụng 3 màu sắc len như thế này để làm này. Màu cam, màu trắng và màu vàng nhá. Sẽ kết hợp lại với nhau. Sử dụng kim móc len này. Kéo này. Rồi giờ mình sẽ bắt đầu mình làm. Mình sẽ sử dụng cái phần len màu cam trước đi. Bây giờ sẽ gỡ len ra nhé.